More than 2 billion people don't get the vitamins and minerals they need to reach their full potential, and globally 1 in 4 children is estimated to be suffering from malnutrition. One of the companies working to combat this is Royal DSM, the world's biggest maker of vitamins, recently ranked number 2 on Fortune's list of companies that changed the world. Well, let's now meet 2 people from this Dutch multinational company, which works in health, nutrition and materials. They're Sucheta Govil, Chief Marketing Officer, and Angelique Paulussen, Senior Vice President for Communications and External Affairs. I'm Sarah Lockett. Welcome to the Business Debate. Angelique and Sucheta, welcome to the London Stock Exchange studios.
Thank you. Great to be here.
So malnutrition is a huge subject, isn't it? It's happening in many different parts of the world. How big is the problem?
The problem is very big. 1 in 3 persons at the moment globally suffers from malnutrition due to the diet. And if the trend continues, it will be 1 in 2 persons. And 1 in 4 children is actually stunted due to malnutrition. And that doesn't only mean that they're very small, but their brains will not develop, and that's irreversible. No matter what you give them later in life, the brains will never develop again, so they will never be able to fulfill their full potential. So it's not just Africa and Asia we're talking about. Malnourishment also happens in the US. Kids in the US get their number 1 vegetable is fries. And that's where DSM stepped in. In the US, we have enriched food, and in the development countries, we work together with World Food Programme.
And Sucheta, you're a fairly big company doing many different things, but tell me some of the ways that you're working to combat malnutrition.
Yeah, I'd like to build on the great work that we are doing in Africa. We've got products such as this, which are porridges and nutrient powders which go in. And essentially for products such as this, we've built a state-of-the-art facility in Kigali in Rwanda. And along with local governments, local farmers, 7,500 of them, mainly women, we source maize and soya bean and get out products like this which impact the first 1,000 days of mothers and children to impact nutrition.
A nice little example there. And climate change also, Angelique, is a big threat to food security.
Oh, absolutely.
What are some of the ways that we're seeing that already happening, and what are you doing about it?
Okay, well, climate change and food security are linked. I recently read the Director General of the FAO said there will be no peace if we're not tackling food security, and there will be no food if you're not tackling climate change. So that wraps it all up. But what DSM is doing on the matter of climate change is actually we're working on one of the largest emitters of greenhouse gas, agriculture. Cows are burping, and that burp is actually greenhouse gas. And by adding a DSM ingredient to the feed of the cow, we can substantially reduce that greenhouse gas.
Amazing, isn't it? It encompasses
Absolutely.
So many different things. And as I mentioned in the introduction there, Sucheta, you've been named on Fortune's list of companies that are changing the world. Number 2 you are. Why is that?
Well, it was a great honor, firstly. And it spans a lot of solutions, but I go back to something that I started off talking earlier, which was Africa. And we go back with the World Food Programme back to 2009. Using mixed meat nutrients in refugee camps in Kenya. And along with the World Food Programme, in the last decade alone, 31 million people fed every year. And our nutrition improvement program, whilst at low margins, makes sure that this is a sustainable, profitable business so that we can continue it in the future.
And also, Sucheta, how is it that you get your solutions and products to the market so quickly?
Well, it is a complex problem. We have a lot of data internally, and our partner agencies externally also have a lot of information. What is of essence is that we need local bespoke solutions, but at speed to market. And we make use of big data, artificial intelligence, a lot of it, to ensure that all this data is crunched and we come through with bespoke solutions for local markets in time.
And so that you can spot trends and deficiencies in sort of moments rather than months?
Yes, we have seen that for getting some of these solutions out, we need to shorten the time period between when this very, very complex piece of information is available to us from years, sometimes 2-3 years, to weeks and months.
And also, Angelique, your CEO has this phrase, hasn't he, that you can't be successful, companies can't be successful in a world that fails. So what does that mean and what are you doing about it?
Oh, absolutely. So how can you call yourself successful if the climate is crushing around you? I think that's the essence of that quote. And if you see nowadays, companies' influence is bigger than ever before, and with that influence comes responsibility. So as a company, you cannot turn away from issues as malnutrition or climate change. You need to step in, and that's what DSM is doing. We're not only looking after our profit, but we're looking after the people and the planet as well. And that makes us a sustainable, future-proof company.
Well, on that note, Angelique and Sucheta, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And join us next time when we'll be discussing the latest innovations in smart cities and the future of insurance. Bye-bye for now.